Look at it. Now this is important to what I'm getting ready to say. This is the reason why I want you to look at how the candle is being created.
Okay.
And I don't understand why they just didn't say it this way, because that would have definitely helped us in the
Okay.
long run. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the only thing that's important.
But anyway, we're
So you know how the candle is created, right? The red candle starts at the top
mm-hmm.
and then drops down,
Mm-hmm.
and it closes, the body of it
Bottom.
closes right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now where you see the wicks at, that means that it went up. It started right here where you see the body at for the red one.
Right. Right.
It started right here and went up, so that made it green. But it couldn't go past this point, turned around, came back down to the opening right here, and then past the opening going down, and that made it red. And then it
Right.
came all the way down to the bottom of this wick. Couldn't stay down here, rejected this area, and went up and closed right here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that is the creation of a red candle. The red candles close at the bottom. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So same thing goes for the green candle. The green candle is doing what? Going up.
Going up. Mm-hmm.
Right. So the green candle opens at the bottom. And if you see a wick right here at the bottom of it, that means that it was red at one point when it first opened up. Came down just this little bit, red, did not like this area, and came back up to where it opened at. Past that point and made it green.
Mm-hmm.
Went all the way up to the top where you see the wick at. Did not like that area, came back down and it closed right here
Right.
at the top. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We got that understanding, right? That's how the
Yes, ma'am.
candles are created. So in other
Yes, ma'am.
words, the green candles close at the top of the candle. The red candles close at
Close
the
at the
bottom.
bottom.
But we do understand how the wicks are created, right?
Well, the wicks are created when the candle opens up.
The wicks are created when the candle goes down, pushed down like
Well,
it is
well,
doing
yeah,
right here.
that's what I mean when it, yeah.
And then it goes back up. That's when the wick is created. That the wick is just showing you where the candle went at one point in time during that
Oh,
one candle's life. You see what I'm saying?
okay.
So let me just do it
Because
to
you
a
don't,
faster candle so you can see what I'm talking about.
because you don't have it on a Hikanashi. You just have it on a regular
Just
candle.
the regular candles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you see how it's a full candle and then it made that wick.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's a full candle, full candle. This whole full candle, see, it came up here, came down a little bit, made a wick, went up there, made a wick, and it's kind of bouncing back and forth. You
Right.
see it?
Mm-hmm.
No wick, wick. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to slow it down a little bit more so you can see it actually doing it. So in order to have made this long wick, it came down red. Look at it. Look at it. Now this is important to what I'm getting ready to say. This is the reason why I want you to look at how the candle is being created.
Okay.
And I don't understand why they just didn't say it this way, because that would have definitely helped us in the
Okay.
long run. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the only thing that's important, is where the candle went. You see how it came all the way up here
Uh-huh.
and now it's dropping back down? That created the wick. The wick is just saying, hey, I came up here, I didn't like that, now I'm coming back down. You see that?
It's like it's trying to find its place.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you see when it first started, look at this one. It's gonna create a little wick. It came down first red, and if
That's
it
the wick.
goes up, okay, it ain't gonna go up. Okay. But it's creating that little wick.
Right. I see it at the at the bottom.
See that long wick?
Mm-hmm.
That's our bread and butter. That's our bread and butter. But I want you to look at how the candle wicks are being created. You see that long wick?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's green. Let's see how far it's gonna go up before it gives us a wick. You see that little wick?
Yes.
That green wick?
Mm-hmm.
But you see, it was red first, right? Came down
Mm-hmm.
right here, turned around, said, oh, I don't like that, came back up, made a wick right here. Oh, I don't like that, came back down, closed right here, green. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's the only thing that you really need to worry about, is how the candle is created. If it's a green candle, you know it closed at the top. If it's a red candle, it closed at the bottom. It makes sense, right? If it's a green candle, it means it's going up.
Right.
So it makes sense for it to close at the top.
The top.
If
Mm-hmm.
it's a red candle, it's going down.
Down. Mm-hmm.
Which means that it makes sense for it to close at the bottom of the candle.
Mm-hmm.
Before a new candle is started. Right? And we know that
Mm-hmm.
the wicks are the pullbacks. It's pulling back from the area where it went on that specific candle. No wick.
Pulling back on the wick where it started. Is that what you mean? Like if the wick started at the top or the bottom of that candle, then it's pulling back on where it started.
From where
right?
it last went.
Is it the area? Right.
From where it last went.
Where it right.
Mm-hmm. On that particular candle.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it'll go down that far and then it'll pull back. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
doing right now. It's pulling back.
Right.
It went down this far and now it's pulling back. This green candle is going up this far and then it'll do a pullback to create that wick.
Right.
It's going up this far and now it's going up that far. Okay, keep
Wow.
going, pushing. Now it
Ooh,
creates
that's
that
a
wick.
juicy one.
Mm-hmm. Now it creates that wick, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going up that far, now it's creating a little wick. This is where it stopped, and then it started doing a pullback, right? Now, if you look to the left, we ain't doing nothing but studying the candle. not even the pattern, just the actual candle, how it's being created. Now let me bring it up some so it's not a distraction. So every time the candle does a pullback, what is it doing? If it's a red candle and it's doing a pullback, where is it going?
If it's doing a pullback,
Yeah.
it's going back. Well,
If it's
depends on
going
what.
down and it's doing a pullback, where is it
It's
going?
it's going up for sale.
Right. So if it's going up
for a buy.
Right. So if it's going
For a buy.
up, what does that mean?
If
it's a red candle.
Oh, it's a red candle.
And it's going down and it's doing a pullback and it's going up. What color is up?
Green.
Right. So with this one red candle, it's red all day long, right?
Right.
But you see when it does a pullback on the smaller time frames, it's making a green candle.
Green candle.
But the candle is red.
Red.
But when it does a pullback, it jumps up, which the ingredients to the cake is making a green candle on a smaller time frame.
Okay.
It's a red candle, but on the smaller time frames, it would look green.
Green.
To fake you out.
Oh, 52 fake out. Okay.
52 fake out, baby. So that's the reason why the higher time frames matter. This is the daily chart. This candle closes at 5 o'clock p.m. Until 5 o'clock p.m., it's going to just go up and down, up and down, up and down. It's not going to create another candle at all.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
So
I'm with you.
You're looking at the big picture. And you don't have to stress about creating another candle, you losing your place. You can see it. And you don't have to worry about creating a whole nother candle and you losing your place. Why? Because this same candle that you're looking at is going to be the same candle that you look at in an hour from now. In 2 hours from now.
Okay.
In 3 hours from now.
Got
Same candle. It's not moving. The only thing that it is going to do is go up and down.
Up and down.
This is wonderful.
It is wonderful. I see your point.
So, this is the reason why I say, if you come to the higher time frame, it tells you exactly what it's going to do and when it's going to do it. So, let me find one that got a lot of wicks so I can show you exactly. Oh, yes. This one right here. This one is good. This is good eating right here. Okay, so it's this one candle. Today's candle is this candle right here. Right? It's a green candle. It's got a long top wick and a short bottom wick. It's a green candle. So no matter what time of the day it is, when you come and you look and see where you are with the daily candle, you're going to what? look to the previous candles, because the previous candles is the breadcrumbs of your success. The previous candles wicks is what we are looking for.
Right.
Because where the candle is now, this is the daily chart. So this is, it does not matter when you look at the chart, especially trading OTCs. Only trading OTCs, it don't matter when you look at the chart. If you want to trade regular pairs, like regular Forex pairs, then of course you know New York session or London session is the best time to trade.
Right.
But we talking about OTC that stay open 24 hours a day. Okay, so it don't matter when you look at the chart, but when you look at the chart, you're gonna find you a pair that's bouncing off of, you find you any pair really, but the easier thing to do is to use the previous candle's wicks. And because you're on the daily chart, the current candle is not gonna create a new candle for some time. You see what I'm saying? So what you do is, right now, you see, now remember, because we're on the daily chart, the movements are not going to be too big. You see what I'm saying? You're not going to see it move really fast like the M1. You see that movement really good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, but you're not going to see that on the daily chart, because this, it's going to take all day to create this candle.
Right.
You see? So, you look at the previous candles wick to say, okay, this one, this wick right next to it is kind of long. It'll take maybe a couple of hours to get back up here where the top of this wick is. This one is kind of far away as well. All these, they don't matter. Why they don't matter? Because look at them. They kind of far away from where the wick is, from where the current candle is. You see what I'm saying? So the current candle is right here. That line, you see that line where it say D1 right here? This is where the current candle is. So when you look to the left, what you're looking for is how close is it getting to where it rejected the last time. The bottom of what candle? Or the top of what candle? So it don't really like, if you look at this candle right here, it don't really like this area, because it came up here on this candle and rejected it and went back down. You see what I'm saying? Over here, it didn't really like this area either. It came down about right here and then started coming all the way back up. So what I'm trying to say is, if you get you a horizontal line, let me change the color. I'm gonna make it pink. Okay, so what you are looking for on the daily chart is, every time you come to the chart, you get you a horizontal line, okay, and you just put it at the bottom of Your wick.
The current
candle is right here.
Mm-hmm.
So if the current candle comes down to your pink line, you know it's going to do a what?
Pull back.
Right. It's going to bounce off of your line because it bounced off of your line right here and then went back up. So if it comes down to this point, it's going to bounce off of this line and then it's going to go back up, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if you put your line right here and it comes down to this line, you can put in a 5-second buy because it's above your line. So if it comes down to your line, it's doing what? Selling, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
If it comes down to your line, it's going to bounce off of your line and jump back up.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So what you can do, what your job is to come in here on the daily chart, see where you at, and then find your wicks from the previous candles and draw your horizontal line. Okay? You find your horizontal line. And you can color code it if you want to. I'm just making it pink. You can make it different colors if you want to. But you put it at your wicks that's close to where the current candle is, where it bounced off the last time. Right? Mm-hmm. So when you go down to when you go down to a smaller time frame, you have your lines already set and locked. Okay. So
okay.
I put it right here on this candle's wick.
And
then I put the second one on this candle's wick. And then I put the first one on this candle's wick.
On that one. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because it came down to the second line. You see that? The current candle came down to the second line, just a little bit past it. But it went back up.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, if it comes back down to this line again, then you take your buy. You put in a buy. Does that make sense? So let's find another. Let's find another one really quick. Running out of time. Okay, we got 9 minutes left. Let's look at another candle really quick. Okay, let's say you want to do this one. It's a green candle. So you look, you find your current candle, you look to the left. What candle is it touching right now?
You can't see my finger, but the one, that one.
These two.
That one right there. Yeah, those two. Mm-hmm. The red one and the green one.
Mm-hmm. And you see how the line has not went past those 2 wicks, but for these, it has passed these already.
Mm-hmm.
But for these two, it has not. This is not touching this candle, not touching none of these candles.
Mm-hmm.
Not touching this candle. It's almost touching this candle, but these two right here, these are the ones that you're looking at. And you like, okay, so if you get your horizontal line, 2, 3, you get your horizontal line and you put it right there at the top of them wicks. You put your other horizontal line right here at the top of that wick. And if you can see, this candle wick and this candle wick, they both rejected at that same area. This candle wick rejected right here. So you can see this little pale little line playing in between that candle. Let's take a trade. And the closer it gets to 5 seconds, the closer it gets to this second line right here, because it's a green candle, but it's pushing down. The closer it gets to this line right here, it wants to go back up. It wants to reject that line.
Can you change your color for the lines?
Yes, ma'am. Teach me how to wait my turn. Super Z flow, yeah, the hustle won't quit. Stacking up profits hit after hit. Super Z, we got the trend inside. We got 6 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
Is that better?
Yes, ma'am.
So the closer you see the little pale line, I wish I could make that line darker.
Right. But I see it.
You see, so when it gets closer to one or this first pink line or the second pink line, if it pushes up to the first pink line, then you can put in a sell. If it pushes down to the second line, then you can put in a buy. So the closer it, and the reason why that is because this line, it rejected the first line and went back down on these candles over here. You see what I'm saying? And the second line, the current candle is already above the second line. So if it comes back down to it, it's probably going to jump off of that second line and come back up. So right now, it's playing in between the first and the second line. So it's like the ceiling and the floor. If it comes down to the floor, it's going to jump back up. If it goes up to the ceiling, it's going to jump back down. So if it goes up to the top line, it's going to go back down in the sell, so you will put a sell in. If it comes down to the floor, which is this second line right there.
Right there.
Let me move this one. As a matter of fact, I'll move this one. These two right here. You got your ceiling and you got your floor. It's playing in between these two lines. The closer it gets to one or the other, it's going to do the opposite. So if you watch it jump, put in a sell, it jumped up.
I didn't see it jump.
Okay, I lost that one. Hold on. You gotta watch it push up. Because this is the daily candle, it's kind of hard to see.
It's slow. Yeah, it's slow.
But when you are, I don't know why they stopped us from being able to lock it in place. But if you go down to, let's see. $271 and $207. $271 and $207. Let's go down to the hourly. Wait. Two, 5, 4, 6, 2, 5, 4, and six, 2, 5, 4, and 5, 2, 8, 4. 6, 2, 5, 4. Baby, you ain't got no hits? Okay, so 6,
There's
2,
a 6,
5,
2,
4.
5, 4. Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one? Do you remember?
No.
5, 2. I think it was about right here or something like that. Right. So now you can see a little bit better. The closer it gets to this line or this line, and you see these two wicks right here.
Mm-hmm. So you go to the daily chart, and then you put in your horizontal lines. Then you go to the higher hour 1 to see what it's going to do, and that determines when to make your
yeah, because look at it's bouncing off these 2 wicks right here. So if you put in a buy, 9 times out of 10 you won't be wrong, because it rejected at this same area a couple of hours ago. You see? So you are basing when you put your trade in on the wicks of the other candles. See, you see, once you see it, if you say, okay, you're right here, I see you pushing down. If you push down to this area right here, I'm gonna put in a buy, cause I see you pushing. Okay, I lost that one. Okay, you pushing right there. Okay, I know you getting ready to go back up, cause okay, you push. Okay, so you push past this area. So now we working off of this wick right here. This wick right here, we're working off of this wick right here. You push down, take that trade, and we lose that trade. Hey.
And do another Zoom?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Small trades to enough zigzags a map, stochastics the clue. Super trend whispers what the pros gon' do. Every pip's a lesson, every loss I learned. Pocket options teach me how to wait my turn. Super Z flow, yeah, the hustle won't quit. Stacking up profits hit after hit. Super Z, we got the trend in sight. Zigzag moves, stochastics tight. Pocket options, we're taking flight. Stacking wins all day, all night. Trust don't lie, signals align. Super Z grinding like a diamond mine. Pocket full of dreams, strategy defined. Super Z hustle
Okay.
All right, so it said wait about 8 minutes
Oh, okay.
before we can start another one. Yeah.
So now that my understanding is better, because before when you were doing all the lines, I'm like, what?
I can't see your camera. Down at the bottom of the left part of your screen, you should see the video thing.
Oh, I see.
Okay. All right. So I signed in to my account, so I can show you that if you lock your, when you're on your real account, let me find. So when I say let me find a pair so my point. Exactly.
Ugh. I think when I change, I'm able to color my hair.
Did your brother tell you that, or did they tell you that?
They told me that. They told me. I know what you said. They told me that. Because that sounds like something he would say, right?
Right.
No, I call for myself. Oh, I can't wait to get this stuff did. Whew.
So in other words, let me speak to him. In other words, her brother was in the military, and both of them lived with their mom. And so she was trying to get a membership with USAA so that she can get homeowners insurance on the house. But they told her that her brother could not get her in as a member with USAA, but he was in the Navy. Okay, so we on the daily chart. So you see how this one got a lot of wicks. So
Okay, I don't see your screen. I don't see your screen.
oh,
You're not.
I'm not sharing. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
I thought I was sharing, honey.
No, ma'am. You are not.
Okay, let me go back. Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Now you can see the screen?
Now I can see the screen.
Okay. So I chose this chart because it has a lot of candles. And I meant a lot of wicks. So you want to look for pairs like this, because if it has a lot of wicks, like you see right here, this is the current candle. This candle wicked out, this candle wick out, this candle. So what you can do is get your horizontal line. And what I like about when you on your live account is you can actually click on it and you can color it from here.
Oh.
And then this is the width.
You are on your real account. You do know that, right?
Yeah, I'm on my real account.
Oh, okay.
It ain't no money in here, so
oh.
I'm just using it just to show you that you can lock it, and right here you can lock it and unlock it. If you are not, let me see if I do this on the demo account. If it'll let me do it on the demo account. Okay. Okay, so I guess you just got to be signed in order to use this feature. On the other one, I was not signed in.
Oh, okay.
So on the demo account, this little painter thing is what you can use to change the color. This line right here is the thickness, and you can make it a little bit thicker.
Okay.
And then so you will pretty much be using this one, and then I think this one is you can copy it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you can copy it and make another one. Okay. And so what we want to do is go to the daily and put in our lines. Okay. So right here, the candle went, this current candle went right here. Right? So we're going to mark that off, and we're going to change this color. This candle started right here. It don't have no wick, but we're gonna mark that off. Why they ain't letting me do it now? Oh Lord, there go Roxy.
So that second line is bouncing. What you doing?
Go ahead, I'm listening.
I didn't see where the second line was bouncing.
Okay.
Tough.
I just wanted to show you this. Every pip's a lesson, every loss I learned. Pocket options teach me how to wait my turn. Super Z flow, yeah, the hustle won't quit. Stacking up profits hit after hit. Super Z, we got the trend in sight. Zigzag moves, stochastics tight. Pocket options, we're taking flight. Stacking wins all day, all night. Trust don't lie, signals aligned. Super Z grinding like a diamond mine. Pocket full of dreams.
Don't you need to bring it up just a little bit? The second one.
Not even the grandparents or aunts and uncles. Here. More sense. That make more sense because U.S. Navy Federal is like that too. Only your spouse or your parents can get you in, or maybe your children, the immediate family.
Candlestick waves tell me what's next. Green for the go, red for the slow. Risk stay low, profits on the grow. Pocket options are popping, strategies elite. Super Z moves, can't accept defeat. Super Z, we got the trend in sight. Zigzag moves, stochastics tight. Pocket options, we're taking flight. Stacking wins all day, all night. Market goes wild, but my mind stays calm. Super Z focus trades.
Yeah, right there.
Basing it off of this one right here.
That one, yeah.
So if we lock it, and lock this one, and we go down to the hour time frame, we'll see. You see it's working off of that one. So if we take a sell off of that, I'm in a buy.
Make your candles a little bit bigger, just a little bit. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong candle. I'm on the hiking nation. No wonder.
Oh, okay.
All right. So see, it's going up because of that this week right here. But you see, it's going back up because this week right here. Let it come back down some. So it's bouncing off of this little area right here. So if we move this, I think I gotta go back to the daily to change that. Go back down to the
zigzag reversals, never out of line, stochastic crossover, yeah, it's my time. Analyze the play, no emotions in the mix. Super trend signals, calling all the tricks. Pocket options grind, yeah, I'm running the show. Super Z strategy, watch the balance grow. Patience is key when the game gets tough. Super Z moves, turn small trades to enough. Zigzag's the map, stochastic's the clue. Super trend whispers what the pros gon' do. Every pip's a lesson, every loss I learn.
You see, because it's already above this line right here. So the closer it gets to this line, the more it pushes down. Then you take your trade back up. And because this purple line is above it, if it comes up here, then you will put in sell because this is the ceiling. It's the same thing as using the Keltner channel. You know, at the bottom of the Keltner channel, we buy. At the top of it, we sell. Because it's hitting the ceiling. You see what I'm saying? And because this is the higher time frame, this is the 4 hour. We got 3 more hours before, almost 4 more hours before a new candle starts. But
so you didn't want to go back into a 1 hour?
Yeah, so they must have changed the policy because it's children or spouses. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Which makes more sense because that's your immediate, basically your immediate family. Good if you are a child, like you still like live at home, that would be your immediate family. But once you get grown and gone and you start having spouses and start having more children, your spouse and your children becomes your immediate family. So on this one, you see we have the higher time frame locked in, but you see this candle right here? If you look to the left, this candle right here, you see it? This one right here. It's working off of the top of this wick. It's pushing up, can't get past. And so if you see that, you can draw you another line right here.
Excuse me.
And we can make this one white since this is on a different time frame. But you see, once it comes up to this line, it bounces back down. Look at it going back down. So you technically don't really need any indicators because you are basing all your trades off of the previous weeks. And you look into the left, like this green candle, you got a green candle right here that came all the way up to that line, this white line, and then came all the way back down. This green candle is doing the same exact thing. It's trying to go up to that line where this one was, can't pass it, and drop back down. Look at these two right here. These two came up to that line. This one passed it a little bit, but it came back down. It don't like this area for some reason. It don't like this price. Here's price over here. They don't like their price, so it comes back down. So the closer you get to this white line, all you gotta do is put in a 5-second trade, a 10-second trade. Maybe you might think, okay, it'll come back down up here, and it'll take a minute for it to come back down. You can put in a minute, or 2 minutes, or 3 minutes. This is the hour candle. So you like, okay, if you come back up here, I know that you went back down on these candles right here. So since you are right here, I'm gonna go ahead and put me a. You see how it jumped up there and jumped down? Look. Watch it jump up. Okay. Jump to the line. Jump back down. So let's say it may take 1 minute. Let's let it come back up. Let's say right there. So a minute from now, I say that you're going to drop back down. A minute from now. Let's see what happens. It's pushing.
Pushing.
Don't like it. It's coming back down.
Yeah.
Look at that. So the higher time frame allows you to be a little bit more comfortable with looking at the candle to say, okay, I see how you're moving. If I give you 1 minute, you're gonna move away from this area. Look at that. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. It don't like that area for some reason. And we want all of those trades. So I guess what I'm trying to say is the closer you get to that line and you see it's making little movements, those little movements will give you 5 second, 15 second, you might drop back down. But if you see it's still kind of trying to push to that area, maybe a minute. I'm going to give you a minute, but you're going to drop back down because the other candles told me you were going to drop back down. You see, like right here. Now
it's getting ready to drop back down.
It done came up here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put it a 15 seconds. Let's see what's going to happen in 15 seconds. Are you going to drop down? Drop down. Off of this white line. Now the purple lines are the daily. We did that on the daily. So let me make sure this is locked. We lock that in. We go to the daily. And you can see where that line is now. So you see that line? This red candle pushed past that white line. But it keeps trying to go up to the white line. But it's pushing back down. You see? You see it's pushing past?
Yeah.
And we can just see it better if we go to the smaller time frame. We can see the jump a little bit better. But all this is a red candle. You see, if you had to put, you got 48 more minutes. If you had to put a 1 minute trade right here, or let's say a 3-minute trade or a 5-minute trade. I wouldn't really put in a 5-minute trade because you see it's a green candle, so it's pushing up. So it want to push up, but the higher time frame is not letting it push up. This candle wick over here is saying, yeah, you might push up, but you reject it right here. You reject it right here. You reject it right here. You pushed up to right here, but you rejected and came back down. So what you can put in another line right here. Right here, this candle came right here. That candle came right there. Wait.
Mhm.
You know her stomach probably hurting because she ate the cover.
What did she eat?
She ate her crate cover. So I took that up, threw it away, and had the audacity to put our black sheep on over top of her crate because she be whining at night. So, try to make it dim light, trying to keep out the light.
Mhm.
I put our black sheep on there. She told the sheet up. She pulled it through her crate bars and chewed it up. Just like she did her cover. So I got a fix for that.
What you gonna do?
I'm gonna get a little plywood and put it against the crate so she can't pull nothing through no more.
Mm-hmm.
And then put the cover over top of that.
Right.
Okay, so this one is going to go right here. And we're going to lock it in. So now you see, if it push past this white line, it's going to try to come to this white line and then you make your sell. Or this white line and then you make your sell. Right now, it's pushing all the way down. But you see, it's pushing down to these wicks right here. So you like, okay, well, you came up. You rejected this area last time. Let's put in. Okay. Okay. Come on through. Okay, it would have been a winner. So you say in 1 minute, it pushed past that, so now it's working on that wick. Let's give it 5 seconds. So it's coming down to here. So you're just really trying to find which wick it's trying to work off of. Right now I see it's
right there
off of this wick or this wick.
Yeah. They're very close together.
bouncing back off of these two again, and it's just that game. It's just the game at this point. So now it's trying to push back up closer to this area. So you're just using the wicks. And I put in 15 seconds because I'm like, okay, you bouncing off of here. So let's give it a little bit of time to bounce off of there and go back up. Oh, well, I said a whole hour, girl. Shut the front door. See, now it's making a red candle. It's trying to push down here. So I want those because it's bouncing off of this candle right here. So that's it right there. I put these. In for an hour. Not paying attention. But do you understand now? If you come to the higher time frame,
you go to the daily first, and then you do your markers, and then you go to a higher time frame, like the 1 hour or whatever, and then
See, the previous candle wick came about right here. This one came about right here. Now you see it's going back up.
When it's going up, you're gonna put in your trade because it's gonna come back down.
You're gonna put in your trade for what?
For sell.
Because it's going up.
It's going up.
Just like right now, see, it's trying to reach this line right here. So you get ready to put your buy in.
Right.
Push, push. See? Light them up when you get right there. Let's see. Look at the balance.
I see it.
So if you just have patience and wait till it get to...
What was that word you used? What was that word you used?
Patience.
I love that word. Don't you?
I do. You see?
Yep.
It came down and now it's going back up.
Got it.
And that's it. Pay no never mind to these. I ain't realized that was a whole... Okay, so it done came down here like 3 times. So if you see that it go down there 1, 2, 3 times, if it go down there a 3rd time, you could put in a 5-second trade, because 9 times out of 10 it might try to push past that, because when you bounce a ball on the floor, what happens?
It comes back up.
It comes back up, but it comes back up longer the first time around than it does the 2nd or 3rd time. Right? So that kind of goes the same thing. When you bounce it the first time, it has the highest amount to come back up. And then it goes back down and it has like little jumps. But it never reaches back to the height that it did before.
Right.
So the first time it comes down to your line, you can put in a higher time frame. The second and third time it come back to the line, you want to put in shorter time frames because it's done been there before and it's trying to break through. Like right now. You see it jump down? Let's see. It's trying to break through this line, so you see it push down. So it's kind of like you put your trade in once it push, it may not be finished pushing. Right there. May not be finished pushing. Because you see it's pushing down. So whatever way it's pushing, you are doing the opposite. But you're waiting for it to do the push, then you do the opposite. Like right now. Not finished pushing. Light them up style. What happened? Patience is key when the game gets tough. Super Z moves, turn small trades to enough. Zigzags the map, stochastics the clue. Super trend whispers what the pros gon' do. Every pip's a lesson, every loss I learn. EJ! Options teach me how to wait my turn. Have you fed Roxy already? Stacking up profits hit after hit. Super Z, we got the trend in sight. Zigzag moves, stochastics. Have you fed Roxy already? Okay. So you see how it's trying to push past this pink line. It pushed past it a little bit. You see that? Remember, this is the daily candle. Wick. It pushed past it a little bit, but now it's going back up. So you see how it respects the higher time frames more than the lower time frames. So that's the reason why you would make your horizontal lines different colors depending on what daily chart or the hour chart or the 15-minute chart. You see what I'm saying? Whatever. I think honestly, the hour you can see it. You can see the candle jump on the hour, right? You can see it move.
Right.
So I would just stick to the hour and the daily.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, and just mark up your
so
chart.
the daily would be one color, I think, and then the 1 hour would be what I'm working with. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
But if you are in between the wicks, like this is your daily wick, this is a daily wick, this is a daily wick. But when you come down to the hour, you got these wicks right here that is working off of. This one down at the bottom, you can put in another horizontal line if you want to. You can put it right here on these wicks. Okay. Here, put one on this wick right here. And then just color these white, because that's on the hour. Lock it down. Hey, I'm still recording it, and lock it down, and then that way I put the recording in the group. Okay. But I think for me, what really helps you to see is the horizontal line, because it's easier for you to see it instead of looking left all the time. You already done look left, and you know, okay, this is where the last candle rejected it. You know.
Marks the spot.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, y'all better hurry. I don't want you out in that cold.
Girl, look, I got a coat. I'd rather be out in the cold than to be out in the dark. See, now it's breaking through our daily wick. It's breaking through it now. So let's see where it's trying to go. Okay, so it went to this wick right here. And that's all you gotta do is just really look to see what wick is gonna bounce off of. And if all those horizontal lines is breaking your eyes so you can't see, you can take it off. You don't need it. It just helps you to see. But really, you know, if you make your things smaller, you can actually see a little bit better. If you make your candles, squeeze them in together, you can see without having nothing on your chart. No horizontal lines, no nothing.
Right.
You know, because you only got one line that's moving, and you could just focus on that one line, and you say, oh, okay, you went right there, then let's take a trade up. And we win those. So you could just use this line right here. I gotta figure out if we can make this line thicker. theme. Let's go to chart. So I guess it's not gonna let us make it thicker. I don't see it in the setting. Wait, I know we can make the candle colors different. Maybe language. Okay, so wherever we can change the color of the candle, I think is where we can make that line a little bit thicker. But either way it goes, as long if those horizontal lines distract you, you don't really need them. All you gotta do is just, you know, either increase your candles like this, but if you don't see it's working off of one of your wicks, then you just make your candle smaller, just so that you can find the wick that it's trying to work off of. Because remember, this is all about wicks and using the wicks to take your trades. And you can choose any chart. Like this one right here, it's working off of these two wicks right here. Because it's working off of these two wicks right here.
You know I can't see it, right?
I know you can't see it, but you can see the video. Yeah.
I'm listening to what you're saying. I'm listening.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video, but you pretty much are just finding
So I can watch it tonight?
Yeah, so you're pretty much just finding a pair that have a lot of wicks, and you're trying to see which wick is the candle working off of. If is the current candle, this is the current candle. Which one of these wicks, if it passed this one, so it's not this one. It's this one is way down here, so it's not this one. This one is way down here, so it's not this one. So it has to be this one, this candle right here wick that it's working off of. See, it jumped back to this one. So between this one and this one, you want to see it push. If it pushed down, you know it's not going to come past this point on this wick. If it push down past this wick and this wick, because these are around about the same price. These are around about the same area. So if it pushed down to this, then you know it could come down here with this wick. And then you see it's working on this wick too. So previous candles show you where it's working off of and where it could go to next. So this wick, the bottom of this candle, came all the way down here. So it could come all the way back down here to this wick, and then you could take your buy.
See, we got the trend inside. Zigzag moves, stochastics tight. Pocket options, we're taking flight. Stacking wins all day, all night. I'm on the charts, watch the candles glow. Super trend lines, let the signal show. Zigzag cuts through, keep the flow in check. Stochastic waves tell me what's next. Green for the go, red for the slow. Risk stay low, profits on the grow. Pocket options all popping, strategies elite. Super Z moves, can't accept defeat.
So push down, came back up, the windows. I said came down. Windows. So if you put your trade in, and when it pushed down to the bottom of the wick that you're working off of, and you lose that one, the next trade that you put in, you can just put in for a higher time. So if you're going in for the 5 seconds and it don't like 5 seconds, then go up to 10 seconds or 15 seconds. If it's still pushing past your wick. Because you know at some point it's going to turn around. But you're just trying to give it time to turn around. And now it's coming on back up. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, but this is what you're looking for right here. Find you a pair that have the wick close to it and is working off of those wicks, and that's all you're doing is working off of this wick, this wick, this wick, or find a previous candle. Always look to the left where all these other candles are, and you'll see that it came down to one of the previous candles and then you just put your trade in. And that's it. Okay, so it's pushing past, push past. Let's come back up and we windows. Check out the balance. Let's see if we can get to 450. I'm gonna increase that balance to the max. Okay, and there she is. We are at 450. See you guys on the beaches of the world. Every pip's a lesson, every loss I learned. Pocket options teach me how to wait my turn. Super Z flow, yeah, the hustle won't quit. Stacking up profits hit after hit. Super Z, we got the trend inside. Zigzag moves, stochastics tight. Pocket options, we're taking flight. Stacking wins all day, all night. Trust don't lie, signals align. Super Z grinding like a diamond mine. Pocket full of dreams, strategy defined. Super Z hustle, yeah, it's my time. Yeah, 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 yeah. All day, all
trend in sight. Zigzag moves, stochastic